Coaching an individual contributor is about the person inside the trap. Coaching a director or VP is different. Your client isn't in the trap. They are the trap. Every measurement decision they make sets the floor their team stands on. They've almost certainly never looked down. Stay with that shift because it changes how you sit in the room. In the last unit, you coach the person navigating the constraint. Now the client is the person who built it, probably without knowing it. In Module 5, Unit 5.1, we said resistance looks different by leverage, and IC controls their own evaluation, and mid-level leader controls their team's runway. Here's where that sentence unpacks. The mechanism isn't attitude or policy, it's the measurement window. Start with what changed when your client got promoted. At the IC level, trust currency was code quality and deep expertise. Nobody promotes a director for writing beautiful code. They get promoted for team output, sprint velocity, delivery timelines, architectural coherence. So their survival now rests on visible team performance. Here's the hinge. AI learning creates a short-term dip. And from the outside, that looks like a team that stopped performing. They need consistency in precisely the metric AI learning disrupts. That's the structure they were promoted into. Now the central concept, the burn budget. It's the amount a developer can afford to lose while learning before consequences arrive. It isn't a line item in a spreadsheet, a written policy, or a value painted on a wall. The measurement window sets it. A dear VP who reviews sprint velocity every week is telling every developer without a word, you have 1 week of slack. They hear it loud and clear. Look at what that window does to outcomes. Same people, same skills, same tools, same AI access. The only thing that changes is the floor. At a $100 burn budget, weekly measurement, 27% of developers stay long enough to matter, capturing 3% of the value. At $250, 61% stay. At $500, 2 weeks of slack, 86% stay, capturing 96%. Unlimited, everyone stays. The Dear VP built a cadence that makes abandoning AI the rational choice. Let me make that concrete with 2 developers. Same company, same skills, same tools, same AI access. Developer A has a manager who says take 2 weeks to experiment. Developer B has a manager who tracks weekly velocity. After 100 workarounds, Developer A has generated about $72,000 in cumulative value. Developer B, 2,300, 31 to 1. The variable that opened that gap isn't tooling, training, or talent. It's the measurement window, and that window belongs to the Dear VP. There's one more layer, and it makes this level so coachable. Your Dear VP client has a boss measuring their output, which means their own burn budget is set above them. So they pass the constraint downward, often unconsciously. They're not being cruel, they're being compressed. That dual position, trapped and trapping, is why this is the most coachable level in the organization. They feel both sides of the pressure, and they have the authority to change the floor below them. Before I give you the moves, pause the video. Think about a client of yours who manages an engineering team. How long can someone try something new before a dip in output gets noticed? A week, a month, a quarter? Hold a real answer. A 1-week window is roughly a $100 burn budget. A quarter is effectively unlimited. Okay, that window you named is the burn budget. It's almost certainly your opening question. Move 1, measurement window analysis. How long does someone on your team have to try something new before you notice a dip? The answer reveals the budget. Weekly equals 100, monthly 400, quarterly effectively unlimited. The question never mentions AI. It's about how the client's system handles a learning curve of any kind. Then listen for what comes with the answer: hesitation, defensiveness, surprise. Any of those tells you the window is shorter than they want to admit. Reflect it back. Move 2. The burn budget audit. If your best developer wanted 2 weeks to learn a new technology, what would actually happen? Listen for the gap. You'll hear the stated culture first. We absolutely support learning here. And then, in the same breath, the operational reality. Well, they'd still need to keep their sprint commitments. The client won't notice the contradiction. The conditions they tack on are the data. That gap is the burn budget. Your job is not to judge it. It's to hold it up so the client sees it clearly. Move 3. The formation title mismatch. Ask who on the team knows the most about AI. Then who has the most authority over it. In most organizations, those are two different people. The most AI fluent person is an IC experimenting after hours. The person making AI decisions has barely touched the tools. The competence hierarchy is inverted from the authority hierarchy. None of these three moves needs you to advocate for AI. Each surfaces a structural reality the client hasn't examined. The CTO controls the floor for the entire organization. At the top, you're not coaching resistance, you're coaching system design.